Fresh out of the mailbox, you know I'm a fan of the house of Rirana, and Door Parfums was gracious enough to bless me with one of their newer releases that I have not smelled yet. So let's roll my motherfucking music so I can give you my first impressions of Rirana's Tonka and Nutmeg.
Sexy motherfucker. We're all alone. Yeah, let's friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. This is your boy. C to the U to the B to the A. Rirana's Tonka and Nutmeg is in the house. Now, full disclosure, I did open it and I did wear it one time. So it's kind of my first and a half impression. Now, followers of my channel know that I fucks with the house of Rirana. I mean, such a cute little artisanal fragrance brand that produces some beautiful fragrances that I believe in 2019 had a nice, decent buzz. But obviously with whole COVID and shit like that, everything died down a little bit. But it doesn't take away from the fact that they've been able to create some beautiful fragrances. But is this one of them? Now, as you can imagine with the name Tonka and Nutmeg, what the juice might smell like? Here's a presentation for those of you who have never seen a Rirana fragrance. I mean, at the end of the day, the joint looks like something you sell at a flea market or something. I mean, if it didn't have a name behind it or it didn't have the hype that it has, people might think of it like, what the fuck is that? I think it's a funky ass looking bottle. I mean, the rope gives it grip for spraying and throwing at somebody. Now again, I have worn this fragrance once. I'm gonna spray it on my hand right now and just give you my impressions of it currently. So right from rip, there's something that stands out in this fragrance that's so easy to pinpoint, is buttery, freshly churned ice cream style vanilla. Vanillic bean churned butteriness that I'm getting from this fragrance upon opening. There's a nice bright freshness to it, but it's really more of a vanillic butteriness that comes out in this fragrance. If you wanted freshly churned ice cream with hints of nutmeg, I wouldn't call this a nutmeg beast personally. I do smell the nutmeg nuance throughout the fragrance, but it isn't as spicy or as potent as I was anticipating the nutmeg to be in this fragrance. It's present, but not potent. What you do get from this fragrance is a little bit of wet, woody, slight creamy Tonka. You get this mild, spicy hints of cinnamon and nutmeg with sprinkles of iris and black pepper. Tonka bean, vanilla, nutmeg, orris root, saffron, apoponax, iris, black pepper, caraway, and musk. You do get musk at the complete dry down, but it's not even a potent, crazy musk. Really what this fragrance is, a buttery churned vanilla ice cream with sprinkles of nutmeg, slight cinnamon, Tonka creaminess all over it. For me, the fragrance performed about 6.5 hours, which isn't a monster beast, but it's definitely perfectly standard and wears very well on my skin. This fragrance wouldn't be in the space that I would categorize as a panty or a boxer dropper. It has more of a cuddly, smooth, pretty ass candle nuance to this fragrance. If this fragrance was compiled in like a 13-ounce candle, you absolutely want your house smelling like this. This is a bright, lively, smooth fragrance that has a cuddle factor to it, and I absolutely think it's super pretty. Pretty would be the appropriate word for this fragrance. So for me, this fragrance is definitely a ball sprayer. Good performance, unisex vibes, really pretty, and for first impressions so far, House of Rirana has not let me down, so I will be happy to butter up these nuts. No, nothing's wrong with pink vanillic nuts. I love y'all motherfuckers from your heart. Have you tried Tonka and Nutmeg? If not, is this something up your speed? Shout out to Door Parfums for sending me this fragrance, and I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know what it is? Biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test?
For the fly gun holder, money folder, Motorola start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.